Hi, Maverick. How's your preparations going for the French GP?
Hi, everything is good. Thank you. It's all always with a lot of motivation. So yeah, Thursday it's always slow until we go on the bike.
So I'll just start off with the questions. First and foremost, congratulations on Austin. You owned the weekend completely. Like you were on a different level altogether. But you proved grit and consistency, especially when the race started. So what was going through your mind when you were like losing pace initially, and then you just got that killer pace which nobody could beat?
Well, it's a question of a lot of work behind the scenes, especially starting from last year. It took for us nearly 15 races to understand really well what we needed to be strong enough to fight in the front. But as soon as we found it, let's say we found the correct balance on the bike to be able to be competitive, we've been able to be fighting for the top in most of the races. So that's a really good sign. Obviously, Austin is a track where we all make the difference, and I could make a lot of difference on riding styles. So I was pretty happy to really make this huge statement for Aprilia. And yeah, of course, it's a boost of confidence for the future.
Also, when you had your winter testings, Aprilia was actually also showing a lot of positive results there as well. So, what were the updates that the new bike has that actually makes you one of the competitors for the championship?
Basically, it's been a huge improvement on the engine, on the aerodynamics, all the bike, because year to year you need to make improvements. And as a factory, as Aprilia, we are always looking forward to reach a higher performance. So basically, the main idea from 2023 to 2024 was to reach this kind of level we are right now. And for that, we needed to make another step. So yeah, we worked so hard on the winter trying to reach the level we are now. So I saw also a lot of positiveness, especially coming from Aleix in Qatar test. So I see immediately that we had an amazing level on the bike, and yeah, we are now getting all the fruits from the hard work.
Portugal was one place where you actually showed the sort of pace the bike is capable of, and you and the motorcycle were like in sync together, and you won the sprint race. But then, of course, due to the gearbox issue, I mean, it was something that you couldn't do much about it. So, how does a top level racer deal with things like that, something which is not in your control?
From my experience and from the past, I learned to take everything on a positive way. Because to get negatively or to be, let's say, angry, that you can be angry, but in the correct moment, in the correct point, sometimes it takes you too much to turn around and to build something positive. So obviously, after the Portimao race, the team was a little bit disappointed, but I was happy. I was positive. I say, guys, we are on the level. We can be strong. Let's focus for Austin. Let's forget Portimao. Obviously, we need to learn from the mistakes, but we need to keep going because we are on the level to win races. And actually, after that, we have an amazing reward. So it was something very special how we build up all this confidence after the fail in Portimao.
Also, before the Qatar GP, you, Elish, and Miguel, you guys are trying out different seats.
Yes.
What was the thought process behind that?
This was, it's also about the way you are riding the bike. Obviously, the purpose of the new aero is to give you more rear grip, more traction, more stability. But it depends how you ride the bike. You prefer one kind of rear aero or another. So I don't need too much load on the rear. So I prefer to ride with a different or more standard seat. Let's say more standard, because at the end, everything you do is an ad. So yeah, at the moment it's like that. But we are working hard to have something extra on that part of the bike. So we are working very hard with Aprilia to try to bring something to make an improvement. Talking also about the rear aerodynamic effect.
Now, you've been with Aprilia for like a couple of seasons now. and it looks like it's a very close-knit, it's like a family. And the motorcycle is also very different from the previous companies. So is there something you had to unlearn or something you had to learn additional?
What I learned, well, especially when I will start from the beginning, because when I joined the project, they were not winning. So I knew I entered on a project where I needed to build a bike, to build confidence, to grow and grow. So it was a tough way, of course, but you can't imagine how much good you feel when you accomplish the objective, especially because when you go to a bike that it's already winning, everyone knows you can win. But when you go to a project where still they are not winning, but you grow and grow and grow and grow, do it too. The huge quality in the factory, it's fantastic. And I see no rooftop right now for Aprilia. I see a lot of improvements for the future. So that's something great and something that encourage you as a rider to work every single day at the maximum.
Now we have seen the last couple of years, Ducati has been dominating. Do you see now Aprilia reaching that level as well, competing, fighting, even winning more Grand Prix, even the championship?
I will say that we are the ones that can face to face to Ducati, and we must do it. We must. So we need to give our maximum every single day, and that's our target and our main goal and our main mentality. The maximum means you can be on the top. So
Last year we had the Indian Grand Prix, and tire management it's quite a challenge here. What are the positives and the improvements you hope to see this year here?
honestly, if it's like last year, I will be very happy. I would like to win the race for sure. It's something I would love to do because already only from going one time to India, I already made one friend, Ankit. So imagine, I always like to go to new countries and understanding also the different kind of situation in the world. And yeah, it's been really good India for MotoGP. They treat us really well. So if it goes like last year, I will be very happy.
You know, you're very popular in India, by the way. You have a lot of
Thank you.
fans.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure because I enjoy a lot. I found a lot of enjoyment in the people, in the Indian people, and also, as I mentioned, I met one friend, so it's pretty amazing. You know how the things change when you go to a new place. It's always very, very exciting.
One last question. So you have been having a phenomenal season right now, touch wood, and you're definitely one of the competing, you're definitely competing for the title. So with each race, because last race was a bit of a struggle, the Spanish Grand Prix, what were the challenges there?
The challenges was that we never tried the new bike on wet. So basically, it was a little bit of a gamble. And when the track was full wet, we were going very fast. So we were like, I think P2 and P3 on the timesheet. But then when the track started to dry up, so basically it was half wet, half dry, but you could not use the slick. I wasn't feeling really good. So it's a point where we need to improve. But it was a gamble. It could go really well, or it could go that I wasn't able to be in the front row. So basically, it's all of that because for the rest, we were on the level all weekend.
Thank you so much for your time and wishing you all the best for this season. And
Thank
hope
you
to
so
see you
much.
in the trophy.
Yes, of course, and I hope really to be able to fight and to be in the front and to make an amazing show for all the fans because I think right now we love to go there, and especially myself.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you.
care of yourself.